Hello, I'm Kimberly Relaford, and I would like to welcome you to the Pitchfork, where we will give you a different look at all things NSU. We're going to kick today's show off with a behind-the-scenes story of the Attack of the Band's winner. Our reporter, Kiara Lafitte, has the story.
Valle is a Colombian musical duo of sisters, Valeria and Valentina Perez. The two were born in Cartagena, Colombia, and sing in both English and Spanish. They were on NSU campus as part of the Attack of the Bands.
My name is Valentina, Valeria, and both we create Vale, which is the name comes from the four letters that our names have in common. And what type of music? We're kind of like Latin, pop. And so we combine a lot of our roots music, like from Colombia, and we combine it with pop and electro, like all the stuff that we hear. We like it. Okay, right now, the plan is we're gonna release an EP, like it's 6 songs, and we are really excited about that. And we really want to start visiting places and playing live. And that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay. Singing and performing takes plenty of practicing of hours on end. So, what does the average practice session look like for these two twins?
Yeah, so I've been playing the guitar for 5 years now. I started learning by myself on YouTube because I saw all these artists I admire, like he's from Colombia, John Mayer, like people that I really look up as an artist, and they all play the guitar, so I wanted to start doing that as well. And I just practice I use the guitar for singing with Tina and for the band, and to write songs mostly, so it's a huge part of our identity as an artist. Yeah, when we are playing, it just comes naturally, singing and playing.
Last year, when Valle competed in Attack of the Bands, they did not win, but this year they won. You can hear some of their music on YouTube under the name Valle, where they have several covers and few original songs. For NSU TV, I'm Kiara Lafitte.
No matter where you're from, we can all come together on campus through our love for music. Next, we will go to Will Salinas with our sports update.
Thanks, Kimberly. Today we will hear from an NSU basketball player, not quite ready for the big leagues, but he has a big heart. It's a Saturday morning and Juan Gonzalez is arriving to play pickup basketball. Juan is not your average basketball player because he is shorter and has less experience than most players on the court, but that doesn't stop him one bit. Juan enjoys the competition and welcomes any odds stacked against him. Juan says he embraces the underdog role when he enters the gym and is afraid of no one once the game starts.
When I walk into the gym, the disadvantages are already there playing in the players. Most of those players are taller, lengthier, faster, and have much more experience than I do. But when I step on the court, everyone is equal. I give my all in every move, dribble, and shot that I do to win. No exceptions.
Though most players need height to do well in basketball, Juan believes in working hard. He has a grinded-out mindset that coincides with his favorite NBA player. Juan is inspired by the greats such as Dwayne Wade, a guard who played for the Miami Heat. Dwayne was undersized for his position, but still remained a massive threat to opposing teams. He looked at him as inspiration to keep on playing. Juan looks at his shortcomings as motivation to never give up and to always try his best. Juan doesn't believe in settling to be average.
Piece of advice that I can give to smaller players is to never give up. Despite having all the odds against you, you have to fight. And then remember when I say this, it's always heart over height.
Juan Gonzalez is an inspiration to those who feel like they're not enough. As you can see, even when pickup games are still being played, he's still practicing to get better. For NSU TV, I'm Will Salinas. Go Demons. We should all put our heart into everything we do, just like Juan. Our next sports update will come from James Stanfield covering a new type of competitive sport offered on campus.
The sounds of button mashing filled the Student Union Ballroom. NSU Gamers Guild hosted a tournament for the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Around 50 people entered their names to battle it out to see who is the best player in the area. The director of esports for Gamers Guild, Ty Fletcher, explains what the process of setting up the tournament is like.
The process gets pretty hectic, especially managing all the amounts of people that show up, of course, seeding the tournament, making sure that everybody knows where to go, and just the communication aspect gets very strained. But we're able to handle it, of course. We have a very prepared team this time around, and so we're very excited that everything's hopefully running smooth right now.
This year's tournament focused on improving the experience for both players and spectators, with providing more stations for tournament participants, and Gamers Guild's first ever tournament livestream hosted on the live streaming platform twitch.tv, highlighting the games in the quarter and semifinals.
This is the second annual tournament hosted by NSU Gamers Guild, and is set to replicate other popular professional tournaments, such as DreamHack and EVO.
In order for a tournament of any size to function correctly, the right people need to be in the right position to get the job done. People in positions such as tournament organizers, match admins, and even the announcers need to be on top of everything happening in the venue.
It's a many-man operation. It requires a lot of work. Every single person who gave their time tonight was integral to this functioning as smoothly as it did. And I'm very grateful for their contributions.
According to tournament officials, the event was mostly a success, and that the matches were played fairly and with good sportsmanship. At the end of the tournament, the top 3 contenders won a gift card to GameStop. For NSU TV, I'm James Stanfield.
We look forward to seeing more tournaments on campus offered by Gamers Guild. I'm Will Salinas, and that's all for your Pitchfork Sports Update. Back to you, Kimberly.
Thanks, Will. NSU offers a variety of amenities for students other than sports, like counseling services. NSU takes mental illness seriously because 1 in 4 college students suffer from a diagnosable illness. We will hear from reporter Olivia Noonan on a story of a man who became successful despite his mental illness.
In the summer of 1980, Tim Horton suffers from his first mental breakdown. Tim's younger brother, Gary Horton, reminisces on what life was like when they were kids and what he thinks led up to his brother's first breakdown.
When we were kids, we were pretty close, and he was kind of a mischievous kid. When he got into high school, and I was in junior high around that time, my mom and dad were divorced, and he went to live with my father, and I stayed with my mom. And so we kind of weren't as close as we had been. He got involved with his friends, in high school. And some of the kids probably weren't, just real good. He and some friends had smoked some marijuana that was laced with PCP, and that had a pretty adverse effect on him. And that kind of brought out it did bring out his bipolar illness.
Being diagnosed with bipolar disorder didn't stop Tim. However, Janice Horton says that there were lots of ups and downs for their family when it came to learning to deal with his illness.
He had his first breakdown when he was 18, and we put him in the hospital on his 18th birthday. And he was in and out of the hospital, and he wanted to go to college. He tried to go and couldn't do good, and he dropped out. And then later, when he got on his meds and they got him stabilized, he put himself through college and medical school and met a psychiatrist.
His mother says that because of his own personal struggle with bipolar disorder, this is what made him such a great psychiatrist. Instead of giving up on his dreams, he decided that he would use his illness as a way to help others dealing with similar issues as he was.
If you suffer from a mental illness and need help coping, please visit NSU's counseling services located in Freedman Student Union, room 305, or call 318-357-5621. Next, we will have some seasonal tips for all students after the break.
Northwestern State University's trademark is positive student experiences. Our university had the best ratings among the 9 University of Louisiana system schools on this year's Student Satisfaction Survey. Northwestern was top-ranked university for its campus climate, student services, quality of instruction, registration procedures, and being student-centered. I encourage college-bound students to contact us to learn more about the positive student experience at Northwestern.
Northwestern State University offers you the flexibility to take classes and complete coursework on your own schedule, with support from a network of caring faculty, staff, and fellow students. NSU is now offering a flat-rate tuition exclusively for online learners. Northwestern State University is nationally recognized for quality, affordability, and student support. To explore our online degree programs and register for classes, visit nsula.edu/ENSU.
Here in Louisiana, the weather is always changing. Our weather reporter, Isaiah Brown, shares some tips on how to stay warm in the winter.
Weather, the personal thermostat of the Lord himself. It is that time of the year where it seems that God is pretty hot in heaven. Wouldn't you say so, Isaiah?
I absolutely agree, TZ. It's that time of year when students, mostly broke students, will have troubles getting to class because of the harsh cold weathers that winter cannot wait to bring. With all the cold coming, how do students get back and forth to class without freezing on their way? We go live with TZ to find out.
Thanks, Isaiah. We're live on NSU campus to see how students beat the cold. Excuse me, ma'am. How do you beat the cold weather?
Layers on layers on layers. Don't go outside, and eat some hot food, courtesy of Vicks. It's right there.
Thank you. Now, here's something we hope you really like.
Ah, shorts. Comfortable, right? Well, guess what? It's time to wear all shorts in the warmth of your own house. Why? Because shorts are not made for the winter. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of attires out there not made for the winter. Hi, I'm Isaiah Brown, and I'm here to reveal what not to wear in the winter. Now I know, yes, the fit with the shorts, yeah, it's fresh, I know, but it's 35 degrees outside, gentlemen. It's time to pack up the shorts until at least spring. And speaking of spring, what do we like to wear in spring? The tank tops, the wife beaters, whatever you want to call them. That's not it for the winter, man. Yeah, I know your arms are cold. You're eventually gonna take off the jacket. And speaking of jackets, those thin little windbreakers that y'all wore for some reason in the summer, time to pack those up too. See this? Nice little, thick little hoodie. Time to warm up your bodies, man. It's time to warm up. Follow all these steps, and this winter will be nice and toasty. Don't believe me? Let's ask some students.
What I wear for winter is joggers, socks and slippers, long tee. Sometimes I wear a jacket, but I don't have it on now. It's not that cold out here. Like a little hat, maybe.
Under Armour clothes, anything for not formal, but what's the word? Flannel. Any type of flannel clothes, stuff like that. Because I like to wear the regular shirts, but put anything underneath to keep warm. You know.
With that being said, I'm Isaiah Brown. And I'm TZ. And this has been your weather.
Thanks, Isaiah. I will be sure to add extra layers and my Uggs before heading to class in this cool winter weather. That's all we have today on the Pitchfork. As always, it's a pleasure. I'm Kimberly Relaford, and we will leave you with some of our first attempts of creating this show. Hello, I'm Kimberly, and this is your Jam Day update. Hello, I'm Kimberly, and this is your Jam Day in Dallas, Texas. Whoa. And that would, no, and now we toss it to. Now check in with Will. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks, Kimberly.
For this Jam Day update, I'm Kimberly Relaford. Have a great day.
Boom!